Party sweeping away so many Labour MPs, the SNP winning 56 out of 59 seats. I'm joined by Scotland's First Minister and the leader of the SNP, Nicola Sturgeon. Quite extraordinary result for the SNP. You were telling people not to believe the polls. You didn't dare believe it, but it's
well, the
an
exit poll wasn't quite
night.
right. It said we were going to win 58 seats and we only managed 56. So no, it was a result of historic proportions in Scotland last night, swings that have been never seen before in Westminster political history. I think it's fair to say the tectonic plates of Scottish politics shifted last night. It really was a generational shift in political opinion. People in Scotland voted to make their voice heard more loudly down here in Westminster and to have the issues that were very much at the heart of the campaign in Scotland, like an end to austerity and stronger investment in a national health service, a more empowered Scottish Parliament. They voted to have these issues injected into the heart of Westminster politics.
You've had a call already, I gather, with the Prime Minister. What did you say? What did he say?
It was a short courtesy call. I congratulated him. It's no secret I didn't want him to continue to be Prime Minister, but he won the election and I congratulated him. He congratulated the SNP on our success. I made it clear that his government cannot act as if it's business as usual in Scotland. Scotland voted for change, it voted to have its voice heard. Now, I hope to meet with the Prime Minister in the not too distant future when we can discuss how we're going to take some of these issues forward. But there's no doubt the 56 MPs elected for the SNP will come here to Westminster to make Scotland's voice heard, but also to try to work with others to get some more progressive politics into this place.
Did you spell anything out to him on the phone?
It was a short call today. We will discuss these issues in more detail, but I think the key point I was keen to make is that it can't be business as usual. His government has to heed what people in Scotland were saying. It was an overwhelming result for the SNP yesterday, and it is incumbent now on David Cameron and his government to listen to that. In particular, I think around austerity. We stood in a manifesto that said it's time to end austerity, and that has to be listened to.
Looking at the result, though, you have got 56 MPs, which was a stunning result for the party with such a large share of the vote in Scotland. Overall, though, the Conservative Party does have a majority. You will be on the sidelines, won't you?
The 56 MPs that come down here will not be on the sidelines. David Cameron's got a majority. I regret that. It's down to Labour's inability to beat the Conservatives here in England. It's a relatively slender majority, but I think more fundamentally, David Cameron's government has to recognise that something very significant happened in Scotland, and he cannot continue to act as if nothing has changed in Scotland.
But why not? He has a workable majority. He's got £12 billion of welfare spending cuts that he wants to put through. What will stop him?
He said today that he wants to govern for the whole of the United Kingdom. Now, if he's serious about that, and I'm going to take him at his word on that, then he cannot simply ignore the fact that people in Scotland voted in significant numbers.
But he has the mandate in terms of the number of voters. Look, you've got 56 MPs, but it actually was 1.5 million votes. That's 400,000 more than the Green Party, and they only got one MP.
50% of voters in Scotland who cast their vote yesterday voted SNP. Now, our MPs will be coming down here to make a difference. Now, there'll be different ways in which we seek to do that. I said during the campaign,
so spell
and I'll
out
say it
some
again.
of the ways, because it's difficult to see how
I'm not going to do that right now. With the greatest of respect, we'll take some time to work out how we best operate down here to get the best deal for Scotland. What I was going to say is what I said during the campaign. We don't come down here to be destructive or disruptive. We come here to get the best deal for Scotland and, where possible, to work with others to get the best deal for people across the UK. But that significant group of SNP MPs is going to have significant influence. It will exercise it responsibly, but it will exercise it very firmly with the intention of getting a good deal for Scotland.
Nicola Sturgeon, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, you can find out about the result in your constituency by visiting bbc.co.uk/election 2015 and go to the results section where you can put in your postcode to get the details. That's online. Plenty more coverage coming up here from Westminster. For now, though, let's catch up with the weather. Alex Deakin has the details.
Thanks very much, Joanna. It's going to turn a little bit warmer for most of us over the next few days. Warmer, but not necessarily sunny everywhere. Certainly it'll start pretty grey and damp tomorrow. In fact, we've got quite a bit of rain across the UK currently. This is the radar showing how the rain's been steadily pushing northwards to Northern Ireland, southern Scotland and northern England. Outbreaks of rain too across East Anglia. That is fading away, and elsewhere, although it's pretty soggy out there this evening, the rain will tend to peter out.